Hey you guys, it's your girl Simone and welcome back to my channel. As y'all can see by the title, today is Subbie Sunday. Y'all, I know I missed it last Sunday, but I'm sorry. But y'all, I'm back, and before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give a girl a thumbs up, and comment down below. So y'all, I'm going to read 3 stories today. We're going to see how that goes, but y'all be liking the longer the better, so we're going to see. So y'all, I'm skimming through my videos, and I see a video, and it is called... This title made me want to click. It says, I'm in love with twins. It's messy. I want to hear this. You in love with who? But before we get into this video, I already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I need to scoot back because I don't want YouTube think I got no clothes on. I should go put a hoodie on or something. I don't know. But subscribe to my channel. Give your girl a thumbs up and comment down below. I already said that. Y'all, follow me on all my social medias listed down in my description box. Let me put on a sweater. Alright, you guys, so I came back and put a sweater on because y'all can see I've been on a roll. Yeah, so anyway, let me go ahead, and I put a sweater on because YouTube been taking forever with the checks, and I don't know if that got something to do with because they look like I'm clothes on or what. But let's get into this story. So it says, I'm in love with twins and it's messy. So I'm gonna try to make this short. So let me introduce the people. There's me, you can call me Kay, and the twins, Red and Blue. And there are 2 extras that, let me bring this closer. And there's 2 extras that play a part in the story, but they're not the main people. So Red has a girl best friend, call her Tiny, and my friend Actor because she put on a show. Let's see what type of show Actor put on. So now let's take it back to how I met them in 2021. I just wanted to be known that I am young, but not too young. I'm a teenager and all, so yeah. My friend Actor asked me if I wanted to go on a blind date on the phone. And I said yeah, because I was bored and needed entertainment. So she showed me Red, and he was decent. It's not like I was looking for the love of my life. 100 out of 10, like no, he was an 8 out of 10. So we met on a blind date, was cringy and funny. But me and Red get to texting, and off rip, he tell me that he got a bit... Oh, and off rip, he tell me that he got a girl best friend. I don't care because we wasn't about to be dating anyways, or so I thought. So boom, girl, tell me why the other day we met, Tiny got on his account cussing me out, talking about how I couldn't date her bestie and all this. Like, mama, stay in your place. Yeah, because girl, is you just his best friend or what's going on? Because why is you cussing me out? Because at this point, I'm gonna have to come through to your crib. But anyway, so Red tells me they used to date. Oh, makes sense. They used to date, but she cheated on him with his twin Blue. Let me finish. He just spilling all sorts of tea, and me and Red stopped talking. She said we stopped talking because he didn't want to get cut off by Tiny, and I'm like, cool, so let me skip up a month. So my friend Actor post Blue, and I thought it was Red because they twins, and she told me that's not Red. So I'm like, oh yeah, he got a twin. So now I'm just joking and say, well, put me on with him. And Actor is obsessed with Blue, but I didn't know because she didn't tell me. I found out later on. So she add Blue to the call, and he goes, he don't care if I messed with his twin. These were some twins that just didn't care, okay, because he clearly messed with all his brother girls. All right. He didn't care if I messed with his twin. So we got to texting, but it was flirting for 2 days. Then it got dry, so let me skip up to make things quick. Basically, me and Red ended up getting together, and I forgot to mention after the argument with Tiny, I told Actor, and she started lighting on Tiny name, getting me wrapped up in this mess. So boom, we date. And I come to find out about Actor's obsession with Blue, and it ended up not working out. He did not like her at all. He ended up telling me, oh, he's messy. He was messy. For one, you talking to everybody your brother talked to, and then how you gonna tell me about my best friend to me? That's weird. Oh, well, she didn't say her best friend. She said friend. But either way go, why are you pillow talking about my friend to me? So since Blue didn't want Actor, she started messing up my little relationship with Red because she acting like she didn't make all the fake info on Tiny, which he found out about or whatever. So boom, when me and Red break up and me and Blue get to talking as friends, anyway, at first, then we flirting and getting all close, and he talking about popping out with me and all that stuff, and talking about liking him a lot. So Red had got a new girlfriend, but they broke up, and he posted his little quote. So I swiped up and said what happened and all that. So come to now, this is all spread out from November 21 to now. My birthday is on Sunday, May 22nd, and Red talking about he wants to FaceTime me and talk to me, and I'm going back to my hometown for my birthday weekend, and he lives 15 miles away. So I low-key want to see him, but low-key want to see him in Blue. What? You want to see both of them? But I'm scared But I'm scared. I'm going to be looking good anyway, so why not see them both? But to conclude this, I'm in love with both of them because they are interesting people and know how to make me smile. And all of this, oh yeah, I ended up cutting actor off. There is way more things that she did, but breaking me and Red Up was my last straw. And now me and Tiny want to fight her, but not on no jumping stuff. But she's so scary, and I said I could slap her and do whatever I want to her, and she wouldn't do anything because she deserves it. Let me know if you want to see an update, if I link with the twins, and also if I have more crazier stories. So let me know if I should send those too or whatever. Bye, your love, your channel. Sis, send me those stories. Let me know, because this was back in May, so... Did you link with the twins? This is my first concern. I don't know why. I just be always thinking some crazy stuff. But I don't know why I feel like the twins, it's not really twins. Like, did anybody ever see them both together? Like, y'all ever see a picture of them both together? I don't know. It's given that this boy is playing games, or it's given... Well, you said FaceTime. Have y'all ever FaceTime with these people? I don't know why it's giving fake page. Like, for some reason, it's really giving, like, these people are not real people. But if they real people, I guess. Because it's just like... Why is it that every time one talk to somebody, the other one end up talking to them too? Like, I don't know. It's just, unless they just some weird twins like that. Well, I don't know. Maybe they just want what each other have because they feel like they're one person. I have no idea. But if you met up with them, sis, let me know. But yeah, let's get into the next story. So this story is called I Got Set Up Twice by the Same Person. Sis, I need to read this because I need to know how. Okay, no, let's see. So it says, so me and this guy, I'm going to call him Mr. Toxic. So me and Mr. Toxic have been flirting for several months, and we had wanted to link, but we lived 4 hours away from each other. So we both knew we'll link if I went to his city, and we'll link in the same if he came to my city. I finally go to his city, and I went to an event and ended up seeing him there. At first, it was cool, but he started acting weird, so I ended up leaving. And I find out hella shit after my trip, so I stopped talking to him. So a month later, one of his friends, he doesn't need a name, slides in my DM and is trying to get at me. But I'm already knowing it could be a setup. So I'm playing along, acting cool, just to see what he wants. So me and my friend are talking, and he asked me a random question about something that only me and Mr. Toxic had talked about. Mr. Toxic was a pillow talker, was homeboy. So I get mad, but I'm still playing it cool. And the friend ends up giving me the whole rundown on why Mr. Toxic was being weird when I seen him. So I get even more mad, and I'm calling him and Mr. Toxic some weirdos for even talking about me behind my back, like some bitches. So I blocked the friend. Yeah, that was weird. Because it's like, boy, what's your point? Unless him and Mr. Toxic is dating each other. And he was just mad about it because why? Okay. So it says, the second time I got set up was a few days later. Mr. Toxic is real close with a rapper, and he knows that I listen to that rapper's music. So the rapper slides in my DM, but on some cool shit. I'm already knowing it could be another setup, so I reply with some laughing emojis and leave it at that. Fast forward a few weeks later to the good part. At this point, I'm not talking to the rapper or Mr. Toxic, and I'm moving on. But I'm still following the rapper on Instagram, and I follow a friend of the rapper. He comes up later in the story, so I'm going to give him the name Alphabet. So Alphabet posted it just got to the city, but I was not fazed by it or whatever. But in the back of my head, I'm already knowing there's no way Mr. Toxic is finna be out here without hitting me up. I work nights, so I'm at work, but I go on my break and I see Mr. Toxic had hit me up. So I'm like, I respond and we get to texting, and he's telling me I should pull up to the hotel after work because the rapper want to meet me. Mr. Toxic is getting very weird, because why are you trying to hook me up with the next man if you was at some point my little boo? That's strange. It says, whole time I'm bypassing that by asking him if he's gonna be around, or whole time I'm bypassing that by asking him if he's going to be around and if I'm going to see him. And I'm acting like I wasn't told that the rapper wanted to meet me. Because I didn't like the rapper. I liked Mr. Toxic. So I'm like, all right, I'll hit you up once I'm off and ready. So by now it's like 6:30 a.m. and I hit him up and he tells me to come. But I can't because it was some shit going on with my license, and my roommate went back to sleep after picking me up from work. So I'm telling him to send me an Uber, and he does. I finally get to the hotel room and I knock on the door expecting it to be Mr. Toxic. Nope, it's the rapper. Sis, you crazy, because I wouldn't have went at that time. 6 in the morning, I'd have gone to bye. No, okay, but I'm not a big fangirl or whatever, because again, I'm not attracted to the rapper. So me and him hug each other for hella long, and then we let go and walk into the room, hoping that Mr. Toxic is there. He's not there. I should have left, but again, Mr. Toxic Ubered me there, and I only had a crush, and I only had cash, so I left my card at home like a dumbass. So yeah, after the hug, and once I walked further into the room, I realized what was finna happen. The rapper asked me if I smoke, and I was like, yeah, and he directs me over to the bag of, y'all know, trees. And he was like, roll up then. So I roll up, and I'm taking forever to roll up because I'm still trying to see what's gonna happen. So me and him are talking. I finish rolling up, and as I'm smoking the blunt, oh, I read that so wrong. And as I'm smoking, the blunt falls apart. So I stop stalling, and we finally go to the bed, and we fuck, just to be clear. Well, yeah, no, I kind of figured this because you got there at 6 in the morning, so just to be clear, I wasn't pressured into doing it. I did it on some why not do it type shit. Yeah, you grown, so you can do whatever you want, sis. Don't let nobody judge you. Period. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I was highly disappointed. I was highly disappointed because not only was it little, but it didn't last long, thank God. So he finishes and we dress. The rapper leaves the room, and I lay down on the bed texting my friends, telling them what's going on. That's when Mr. Toxic decides to walk into the room, and I say, hey, and he walks right back out. Wait, what? What the hell? So when Mr. Toxic come, like, it's my turn now or what? So now I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But I'm still laying down like a dumbass. I'm just texting my friends while processing what the fuck is going on. And I'm wondering why the fuck are they so trusting me in this room with all their money and jewelry and hella other shit. That's what I could easily still walk out of the room with. They probably was shit right there at the door politicking. So a few minutes go by, and I hear a knock on the door. And I get up to see who it is, and it's 2 niggas. But I recognize Alphabet, so I let them in. I go back to laying where I was laying. Alphabet lays on the other bed, but is looking at his phone while talking to me, and the other nigga, the rapper's brother, is sitting on the couch minding his business. We stop talking and it gets quiet. So at this point, I'm in the room with a nigga I barely know and a nigga I don't know at all. Again, I should have been left, but I'm still there. So Mr. Toxic walks in, Alphabet walks out on the balcony while the brother leaves the room. Mr. Toxic lays on the bed Alphabet was on and tells me to go lay. Mr. Toxic lays on the bed that Alphabet was on and tell me to go lay with him. So of course I do. Okay, sorry, let me finish. Mr. Toxic lays on the bed that Alphabet was on and tells me to go lay with him. So of course I do that. Then we give each other that look and I give him head. But since this story is going different than I thought. By the time I was almost done, Alphabet walks back in, and the brother walks back in the room too. So it's me and Mr. Toxic goes into the bathroom. That way Mr. Toxic can nut in peace. So that's done, and Mr. Toxic walks out of the room, and the brother is asking me hella weird ass questions and is trying to fuck, but I'm telling him no, so he leaves and come back with Mr. Toxic. That's when Mr. Toxic gets me an Uber and I leave. 2 days later, I go back to the room. But this time it's everyone in there. Everyone is in the room laying down and sleeping while I was sitting on the chair chilling and talking to the brother and Mr. Toxic. That's when another friend comes into the room talking about getting off some snow, if you know what I mean. And that was my sign to leave. So Mr. Toxic gets me an Uber and I go home. But yeah, that's the time when I got set up twice by the same nigga and fell for it the second time. Me and Mr. Toxic are still cool, and me and the rapper are still cool. He recent said he misses me, but I'll never fuck him again. Me and Alphabet are cool, but I unfollowed him because he was irrelevant to me. Sis, where did you get set up at? Sis, this is a no judgment zone, so I am not judging you whatsoever. However, they did not set you up, sis. Like, I feel like he really just he knew what was up. Like, he knew y'all would have a good ass time. Like, you would be DTF, so that's why he called you to come through. Because, I mean, it's not like he, like, ever said anything like, oh, you messed with the rapper or you messed with this person. Like, I don't know. But that's crazy, sis. Y'all had a wild night. Oh, well, day. My bad. It was 6 in the morning. But thank you so much for sharing. Let me go ahead and get into the next story. So let's get into the last but not least story. So this one is titled, He Took My B Card and Gave Me an STD. Whew, let's see what this is about, y'all. I feel like I look crazy. I can't wait to just rip this wig off my head right after I'm done. But anyway, so it says, oh my god, hey Simone, I honestly love your videos and love listening to your stories. You're literally like a big sister I've never had. But let me tell you about how my first ever real boyfriend cheated on me. That's the worst, sis. But let's get into it. So I met this boy, let's name him Clarence, and y'all don't be coming talking about that's not him. Anyway, in my sophomore year of high school, 2019, we met through Instagram. I had posted something like boy best friend with a question mark, and he swiped out, and we started texting. He went to one of the schools in the building my school was in, but honestly, I never saw him before. He was a junior, by the way. We became closer and closer, and eventually started dating. I went to his house one day, and he wanted to fuck, and although I didn't want to, I still did it because I really liked him. And that's one thing too. I know. Let me finish first. I really liked him. 3 weeks after we did it, he changed and started treating me like shit. And I, who just lost my virginity to him, was heartbroken. I begged and begged him please not to leave me, and he didn't. But he was still treating me as good as he was. He still wasn't treating me as good as he was before. One day he randomly called my phone at like 4 a.m. So I'm like, what the fuck? Because he doesn't usually call my phone that late. When I picked up, he didn't give me the chance to speak, and he was drunk and started telling me about how he fucked some girl at his uncle's house. Mind you, later I found out that he didn't mean to call me, and he meant to call his homeboy. So I didn't say anything. I just hung up and cried myself to sleep. Aww. I really wanted to off myself that night, but the next day around 7 p.m. he called me crying and apologizing and told me that he loved me so much and that he would die without me. I ate all that shit up and took him back. My dumbass. Fast forward a few weeks later, I'm at the doctor getting a physical, and I told my doctor that I started having sex. So she asked if I wanted to get an STD test, and I was like, sure. As you can guess, it came back positive for chlamydia. This dirty ass nigga fucked that bitch, and she gave him chlamydia, and he passed it on to me. So that night I called him and told him about himself. I told him he was a dirty, funny, bum ass nigga, and that he could keep fucking these dirty ass bitches. He makes his homeboys text to this day, and I just laugh because what the fuck. I understand that STDs are normal or whatever, but why would you go cheat on your girl and not produce protection on top of that? Killed me 2 times for real. Anyways, thank you so much if you tell my story. I love you so much, Symone. Your story times be getting me through hard times. Love you, queen. Thank you so much, sis. That is crazy. And that's one thing I want to just say to all my young girls out there. Do never, it doesn't matter how much you like somebody, do not let somebody peer pressure you or make you do anything. If he's gonna leave, let him leave, because again, what's not for you is not for, like, if you don't want to do it, don't do it, because that's how they do. These young boys is not trying to fall in love. They just like to play games. They are horny as hell, and all they want to do is do everything and everybody. So even if you are just doing it with him all the time, they still gonna find a way to find somebody else. So never rush yourself, never make anybody, because it's just too much to deal with mentally. And then the fact that he gave her something, like, thank God it was something that she could get rid of. But y'all, it's just never rush. Take your time, never rush, never fall into what these men are saying, and never let them have that much control over your life, like, at all. Sis, I hope that you have moved on and that you're happy within yourself and you're not even dealing with that boy no more. But thank you so much for sharing, y'all. That was it. That's the last story I'm gonna do, only because I've been recording so many videos this week, editing, recording, and I'm honestly, I could say I'm tired. Like, I am tired. This is my last video I have to record, and now I have to go wash my hair. I gotta do a lot of stuff. I can't even relax. I gotta edit these 2 videos and do a lot. I'm just tired. So this is the last video for this Subbie Sunday. I'm gonna be back next Sunday. You already know, coming through, and I might give y'all a extra, like, Subbie Sunday throughout the week, so just be on the lookout for that. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and submit your stories to Symonestorytimes at yahoo.com. Peace out.